Hey guys, what we're going to do today is we're going to show you how to wire and program a Magna pump with a Lochinvar boiler, or more specifically a modulating condensing boiler, so you know where to land the wires and how to set the pump up so that when the boiler comes on, the pump comes on and it modulates with your condensing boiler. So on my Lochinvar FTX, we have a couple of points of contact to communicate with this pump. Over here, we're going to have a 0 to 10 output. That will tell the pump to speed up and slow down. And on your FTX boiler, you actually have a set of dry contacts back here. So here, I have my start-stop command landed on my boiler pump output, and that will tell the Magna pump to turn on and turn off. Something to be conscious of is if you have powered contacts up here, you may have to put a rib relay in between your start and stop command, because the Magna will not take the 120 volts and convert it or handle it. So you need to put that rib relay in there, or a relay, to intercept that signal and just make it an on-off switch. So we'll go to the pump side next. All right, so in order to take this faceplate off, you're going to have to remove a bunch of screws all the way around this faceplate, and then it will simply pull off. I'll fast forward through that part so you guys can skip right to the good stuff, and we'll see where we land our start and stop command as well as our 0 to 10 input. All right, we have our cover off now. You'll notice them things right away. We have our power input right here. That's where you get your voltage to run the pump. So over here we have our 0 to 10 input. This is going to the contacts for speeding up and slowing down the boiler pump. And down here we have our start-stop command wires landed, which obviously gives it the start and stop command. These are not powered, so make sure if you have powered output on your boiler contacts that you put a rib relay in between here and there. Very important so you don't cook your pump. We have our pump on, powered up and ready to go. Now we're going to program this guy so that we can receive all the commands from the boiler and do what we want it to do when it gets the commands. So you guys know that every time I come across a pump, I like to do a factory reset, especially if it's a smart pump, obviously. So if you don't know how to do that on the Magna 3, look for my video on how to do a factory reset. I'll put it in the description below. But for now, we're going to start with the setting up some of the control modes. We're going to start from the home screen, push it, make sure you're there. You'll notice that it's highlighted at the top. You're going to arrow over to assist. We're going to go down to setup analog input. Click OK. We're going to click next. External set point influence, because that's what we're trying to do, is give it let the pump know that it's going to be getting that 0 to 10 command. Highlight it. Click OK. In this particular case, because we're using this Lochinvar boiler, it has a 0 to 10 output. So we want to make sure 0 to 10 is highlighted. Click OK, click Next. Now this mode here will let the pump run continuously, even if it gets the 0 command, which you'd think would be stopped. What that does is, some guys like that to keep flow going through the boiler all the time, getting heat out of the heat exchanger, or you can have it when it gets the 0 command, 0 voltage, that it will be a dead stop. So that's the way I set mine up, personal preference here. Click OK, click Next. Here it's just asking you to confirm everything, so you want to click the OK button. And it'll tell you that it's been successful. Next, we're going to do control mode. For control mode, you start from the home screen again. You're going to arrow over to the settings tab, right? Arrow down to control mode. Highlight it. And for this particular thing, we want constant curve, because we're going to be giving it the 0 to 10 input to speed up and slow it down. Click on that, and it'll prompt you for a percentage. Now, Lochinvar does have tables to set the max percentage on this, but I have always just left it at 100% and haven't had any issues with it. If you really wanted to dial it in, there's a document 2000505834 revision J, and it gives you a bunch of tables on how to set it up. What that does is it limits the output when it gives it the 0 to 10, probably trying to give it the most heat transfer per whatever they did in their lab. But I just leave it at 100%. You guys can play with it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you seem to get a better delta T or not on that. Press OK, OK, and you're good to go. All right, guys, so next I'm going to show you how to set up the operating mode for this setup that we got going here using the Magna 3 as a boiler pump. So you're going to want to go over to the Settings tab, Operating Mode, and highlight Normal, click OK, and then as soon as you hit your Home button, that will be set up for that section. All right, one last little section here, guys. I'm going to show you how to set up your home screen so you can see some parameters that may or may not matter to you. So in order to do that, to get the view on this, we're going to go over to the Settings tab, scroll down to General Settings, highlight it, scroll down to Define the Home Display. Then we want to define Home Display Contents. And then what you do is get a list of the data, which is basically the components you can put on that screen, arrow over. So you can pick 4. Right now I have set point, control mode, head, and estimated flow. I don't want set point. I actually want to see speed. So I'll come down to speed and highlight it. Oh, you get an error. You get an error because you can only highlight 4 at the same time. So you got to go back, unhighlight the one you don't want, and go down to the one you want, highlight it, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 highlighted. Now you can simply arrow back, home, and all of your parameters are now on your home screen. So these are the ones I like. Maybe you guys like something else on there. Comment below, let me know, and why you like them, and we'll talk to you guys soon.